I'm the entrepreneur, just in case you didn't know.
I'm the sheriff. I play one on TV.
So we are here to make an announcement tonight, but before we tell you what we want to announce, we wanted to tell you a little bit about our background and what brought us here and the reason why we're doing what we're doing. And so for me, that begins 15 years ago. I came up with the idea for Ethos Water after visiting with people in Africa while I was working there, and these people didn't have access to safe drinking water or sanitation. And so I wanted to do something about that, but I wanted to do something game-changing and big that would totally change the landscape of the problem. And most of the people I met said it wasn't going to work. Starbucks bought that company in 2005, and Ethos Water has, since its inception, funded water projects for 500,000 people around the world with $7 million plus in donations to those not-for-profits. I don't know that that's really important in and of itself. I think what's important is that something that Mike said earlier while he was on stage, that what it demonstrates is that what people tell you is impossible isn't impossible, it's probably just really hard. And so you have to commit yourself to change that thing that you want to change to a social issue that matters to you. So fast forward to 2008, I was back in Africa visiting our water projects, and I met boys and young men who were armed with assault rifles. And I again asked myself, what could we do about this? And so in 2009, we started a company called Foundry 47. We take AK-47s from Africa, make them into jewelry and watches, and we've funded the destruction of over 40,000 guns in the Democratic Republic of Congo and Burundi with that venture. In 2012, we turned our sights on America, and we started working on doing this here. And last year, we launched Liberty United, which partners with American communities and their law enforcement agencies. They give us they recycle gunmetal, illegal gunmetal, and bullets to us, and then we turn that into jewelry. Every piece of that jewelry bears the serial number of one of the guns that we've destroyed, and every sale then funds not-for-profit organizations in those communities that are doing work to reduce gun violence, make kids safer, and make the community safer. Here are some images of some of the places that we provided funding to so far. And we were lucky enough last year to come here to Chicago Ideas Week, and we were telling people about what we did, and we were selling our jewelry to people, and one of the people who bought a piece of jewelry said, you know, I know this guy who would be a terrific ally for you. His name's Thum. Let me connect you. And so he did connect us, and that's what led to us being here tonight. So I'm going to pass the baton to Thum and let him tell his component of this story and let him make our announcement.
Peter, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm sure everybody in this room has been tired and has gotten weary hearing about all the numbers and statistics about the violence. So I'm not going to talk to you about numbers tonight. I'm going to talk to you about just two very quick stories. One, just this past year, a very good friend of mine, on his way to his holiday party, bringing the food in to his family, was shot and killed in front of his family. In our office, unfortunately, this is not something horribly unusual. I'm privileged to have tonight one of the people who is one of our family who works with us, Katie Kirkwood. Katie, back in 1998, her son, 26 years old at the time, was the victim of a drive-by shooting. He was in his car doing what you would normally do, driving his car on the west side, and he was gunned down. Katie, a year later, 1 year later, her only other child, Quentin, was in the house at the time, 17 years old. The house was broken into, and Quentin was shot and killed. These are the real stories. Katie, Matthew, thank you so much for coming here tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you. With all of this violence, myself, many other people, you get numb to it to the point you don't know what to do. Meeting up with Peter was such a godsend. Working with him and Liberty United, we are now taking the over 1,500 guns that my office takes off the street, primarily in the city of Chicago, and instead of melting them down, getting nothing out of them, frankly, they are going to be turned into beautiful jewelry, which is going to end up being grants for community projects. And tonight, we're announcing this, and I am handing over to Peter the first gun that we're going to turn into jewelry. We've identified some programs that are specific to dealing with gun violence and dealing with children, particularly on the west side of the city of Chicago. The Children's Home and Aid Society does a phenomenal job working with children, keeping them away from violence, working with the children who have been affected by violence. They are going to be one of the first recipients of the money that we are going to be able to raise through taking guns that otherwise would be melted, destroyed, and now are going to be turned into beautiful jewelry. Peter, thank you so much.
Thank you. So this is the part where I have to be an entrepreneur again. Here are the points you need to know. We have a pop-up shop in the lobby tonight. Everyone gets a 15% discount on anything and everything that they buy this evening. All the donations from our profits that we make will go to Chicago tonight, to Cook County. To learn more, go online to libertyunited.com. And when you leave tonight, we're going to hand you a flyer that gives you a discount. The last point, which is not on this page, is tell everyone you know about this, everybody that you know that this is happening. We can't rely on the media to do everything for us. You are the media now. The internet is you. Please, thank you.
Thank you.